Rock Solid Musecast Experience with Aaron and Dave and Greg from CPR317 all the way in Fountain Valley / Huntington Beach, California.
Yeah.
Now, America great again. And please, can America be great again?
Yes, it can. Dave.
All right. Thank you. Now, one of the things, and I forget if it's that song that I noticed it on or one of your others, but because I didn't get to hear the song when we're recording this, but I heard it earlier. But I think it's that one. You're playing a telly in that one. Is that correct? I want to see how good I am at capturing the tone.
The SG and the telly.
Okay. All right. Because that driving thing at the beginning that you do, I was like, man, that sounds like a telly.
Yeah. You know, what's interesting is on the video, there's an SG and the telly. In the studio, there's the SG and a guitar you've never seen before. This guitar here.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
It looks
that
like
a telly neck?
Yeah.
Is that a telly head stock?
Yep.
And what kind of body is that?
Well, I mean,
oh wait, here, this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, this one.
Well, it looks like a hollow body telly. No, that looks like a Strat body.
That looks like a Strat body.
Yeah, but it's a hollow body. No,
it's a hollow body, Strat body, telly neck.
Wow.
So
did you build that?
Fender had a problem. They kept finding in pawn shops Frankenstein guitars.
Yeah.
It wasn't a problem. It was something creative they did. In about 15 to 10 years ago, they put out a series of guitars called the Pawn Shops.
Really?
So the Pawn Shop series, that's a 72 Pawn Shop. They made one lime green. That there's a recently new guitar.
Really?
And basically, they stopped them, but they put it out. And I walked into Guitar Center, Fountain Valley.
The FV yo-yo.
The best Guitar Center. They got good use for it too.
Representing the beach.
Represent.
So basically, that guitar there was hanging up, and I just fell in love with it. I picked it up, and I'm a double coil guy. I'm not really a single coil guy. Okay. You know what that means?
Well, explain it to Aaron, because I'm going to jump up and grab my favorite guitar that I found at Guitar Center. So explain it to Aaron, and I'll be right back.
What a double coil pickup is a humbucker that has less feedback. No, it has less ugly feedback, but good feedback. Excuse me. And then it has also more rock sound versus more cleaner tones. And so basically, what's that?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, I saw this guitar that looked like, I always wanted a Strat body with the telly. I love the telly headstock. And so I wanted a guitar. I liked the guitar. I didn't have the money for it. So I kept going back and playing it. And then the guy at Guitar Center walks up, and I go, dude, you got to check this out. I always like showing things off. I go, here's an American-made Telecaster. I'll plug it in, and it was going, zzz, they make noise, right? And I go, here's this Fender guitar. I'll plug it in, and there's no noise. And he's like, that's because you got to turn up the volume. And I went, and he's like, whoa. He goes, I never knew that guitar could be. I didn't know nothing about that guitar. So I did a lot of homework research, and then they go, would you like to buy a new one? I go, no, give me $50 off that. I like that one. It had a little nick in it, but I just knew it played good. The intonation was good. And I said, I got to have it. So I ended up buying that guitar, and I love it. So what I was getting at in the studio is, normally this is my main guitar here, my SG. It's a 1980 SG.
Nice.
It was brown sunburst. I think they call it mocha sunburst. Yeah. And I ruined it. I painted it black. I love it though. I'll never change it. I saw the guy, and a couple people did that. I think Angus Young did it on one of his guitars. I was going to
say Angus.
And I forgot the guy's name. He's the guitar that sits on the right of Judas Priest.
I don't know.
He did that with his guitar. He painted
cool.
SG painted black. So in the studio, this one in live, this one has more ponies. This one will outdrive any guitar. This one here has what they call an enforcer pickup. It's an extra 6 dB, just like this one I added to my SG. And this enforcer pickup on this guitar will basically kick butt.
Yeah.
But since it's a Fender, it has a little bit of more crack, sizzle, crunch.
Right.
This has more distortion, but this one has the distortion that all that you need, but it has more of a crunch. So what I do in the studio is I turn my Mesa Boogie amp on cleaner tone, and I hit the overdrive, which is a 808, or it's my overdrive.
It's a pedal, Aaron.
Pedal.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a pedal.
It gives you
And so I
different
take
tones.
that clean send, I boost it up, and then I use that guitar. And I'll even try to make it. I found out in more recent recordings that you get a lot more tone and power with less. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And one of the studio guys showed me that. He said, basically what you do is I used to have my amps like bleeding in the studio. And I noticed, and if you notice on the Black album, they come out a little more squelchy.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out that to get rid of that squelch and to have raw power is you turn it down, because what's happening is the microphone diaphragm's trying to work really hard to keep up with that, and it squeals.
Oh,
So that's how you get the powerful tone.
there's a science to it, Aaron.
Oh yeah.
There's absolutely a science to getting all the different tones. And you keep, this keeps popping into my head, all these things about Eddie Van Halen. Number one, when you were having problems with the city, you should have done what Eddie did, which is just tell him you were building a racquetball court and leave it at that. That's what he said. That's what he told the city when he was trying to build his studio at his house. I'm just building a racquetball court. And that was the way he got around all the permits and everything.
Believe me, I tried. What they did is they basically said four bedroom house has to have 2 cars. If you go into a 5-bedroom, then you got to have another drive. No, 4-bedroom house has to have 2 cars. So I was taking up half one of the cars in the driveway.
Yeah.
In the garage. So that's how they were getting me. And I was gonna fight it. I put a motorcycle in there and a car. And I did everything. I was gonna fight it, but God, just halfway through that battle, I didn't even really battle it that hard, but I was working on it. And God just told me, he said, you know what? Your kids are young. You don't want to be in the stinky, sweaty room with a bunch of old dudes trying to be rock stars. So it was cool because, I took the acoustic and I shared with the little kids at church, when I was teaching them for a little bit. And I only did my songs because I didn't know any others.
Did you do some punk worship songs?
I did one of them. Yeah, exactly. I did 2 worship songs. 2, So yeah, I always had a hard time with worship, but
So the other Van Halen thing that I thought of, you mentioned Frankenstein guitar. Of course, the most famous one would be the Frankenstrat, which was Eddie's guitar. And that's what he did. He just took all these different pieces of guitars and pieced them together till he got the tone sound that he wanted out of the guitar.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to show off just a bit. Not that this really means anything, but here's what I picked up at GC. And I don't know if I can get it up to.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is beautiful.
I know it's hard to see because the green screen keeps.
That's a Gibson, right?
This is a Gresh Streamliner.
Uh-huh.
It's a hollow body with a Bigsby on it.
Nice.
And it's a very cool guitar. And I'm a very bad guitar player, but I like guitars. So
no, yeah, it's very nice. Love the color.
Yeah, I look good with it on. I can't play it, but I walk around with it on and I just get girls left and right.
There it is.
But it's the same kind of story is, you go into a Guitar Center and I had the same thing. I went into Guitar Center and I just was looking around and I saw this thing and I went, oh, I can't afford it right now. And then a couple weeks later, I had the money and I went, I know what I'm doing with my money. I'm going to get that Gretsch. And I went down and I couldn't find the guitar and I was so bummed out. And I kept looking and looking and I couldn't find it. Going up and down the aisles, I must have spent a half hour looking for this guitar and I couldn't find it. Just as I was getting ready to walk out, I went, I'm going to take one more run. And boom, there it was sitting down at the end. And it's, Aaron, it's like when you go to buy a guitar, It's really like adopting a child, or rescuing a cat or something like that. It's the one that speaks to you. It's the one that you just automatically click with, which is why you said, "And I don't want the brand new one. Give me the one with the nick on it."
Oh
I'll
yeah,
take that
yeah.
one, because you just connect with it. I'm gonna go hang this up. Aaron, cover for me for a sec.
Well, we mentioned earlier, I found you through Peter 118, who's with Thumper Puck Records and other bands. So are you with Thumper Puck Records at the current moment, or what's
yeah? So
on?
we're right, with the COVID and the 2020 year and everyone kind of taking a siesta. Thumper Punk is our record label.
Okay.
So he's Dave over there at Thumper Punk has been awesome. He's putting out a lot of stuff for us and putting us on his compilations, and he's just the neatest guy in the world, and has a big place in my heart. So God willing, when we put out this next album we're working on, not the best of album, well, even that one, we'll release the digital part. I'll release that, and if Dave wants to, he'll release the physical part. So if you want to get a CD physically, so always want to have Thumper Punk as part of CPR317. Definitely.
Everybody we've met from Thumper Punk has had nothing but positive things to say about the label, and I haven't met anybody over there. I really would like to. I'd like to meet some people over at Thumper Punk, because I think the label's really cool, and I think it's doing something that needs to be done, which is, bands like you that, there's immediate old school punk when you turn you guys on.
Yeah.
It's no, and like I said, you can hear the California side of it. And I don't know if you ever noticed it, Aaron, but like you play the Ramones or something, you can clearly tell they got that gritty New York type of thing going on. And then when you play, like, say, CPR317, you definitely have the old school Sex Pistols, influence, but there's also a little bit of surf punk in there.
Yeah. Have you heard of A Broken Line?
No.
Yeah. Check them out.
Okay.
Interview those guys. I'll introduce you to them. They're great Long Beach band.
Oh, that's
Great.
awesome.
They're
Great stuff comes out of
they're
Long
amazing.
Beach.
Oh,
Great
my
music
gosh.
comes out of Long Beach, especially in the punk scene. Now, I'm trying to think. Long Beach. I'm trying to think of some of the big bands that came out of there that I've seen.
TSOL, maybe.
TSOL. I haven't seen them, but True Sounds of Liberty, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. They're old school. Are they even together anymore?
Oh yeah.
Are
They're
they
still playing?
Okay,
they kind of
cool.
came back around.
Did they? All right. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
They're big in the punk scene, Aaron. TSOL.
When is your next project going to be released?
That's a big one. So that's a good question, Aaron. So right now I'm going to be working on my current project is to get all of the best of our old stuff on a new album, and I'm still playing with how to present it. Like CPR317, the best of CPR, or call it the conversion.
You call it CPR317, no longer on CPR.
Yeah, there you go.
No longer needed.
I like that.
Yeah. And by the way, I gotta throw this out there, because I'm forgetting one of the biggest Long Beach bands, even though it's not really a punk band, Sublime.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sublime.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Huge punk Long Beach
Now
band.
Sublime with Rome. I seen them touring or whatever.
Yeah, because the lead singer died.
Okay.
And so now I don't know who Rome is. I haven't seen Sublime with Rome, but the lead singer died, and Rome took his place.
Yeah.
You have a song I want to ask you about on your Live at Fusion, the Huntington Beach thing, Frontline Workers.
I love that song. I do. I love that song.
Oh, it's got to be funny because he's laughing already about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I wasn't going to put that on the album. Now that you guys say you like it, I'll go ahead and put that on.
Oh, that's probably one of my favorites, because number one, it's very old school punk, right out of the
Ramones.
chute.
Ramon style.
Ramon style, exactly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's got kind of a funny thing to it. I mean, the lyrics make me laugh, but they're so true at the same time. Like the frontline workers, we don't sleep, and we really know what's going on. I mean, it's true though.
Yeah.
People up in the offices have no clue what's going on. It's the frontline workers.
Oh my gosh. So frontline workers. Okay, I'll talk about that. So back in the rebellion days, I brought, because that was my first album and accumulation of how many years, I brought a couple of those songs, converted the lyrics.
Okay.
So that song was originally fast food workers.
I love the song even better now.
You're a slob. Fast food worker, you're a slob. Can't you see it's not a job? You work at fast foods 8 days a week.
Can I find a version of that?
And Hard Life was on there too.
Hard Life, I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's right after.
Oh, okay. I listen to the albums, but I don't necessarily see the names of the songs when I'm listening.
That one I only changed one lyric, and that one I added "We All Need Jesus" at the end. But the Hard Life is pretty much
the same.
The same song. And this guy at work, he goes, I like that song the best. And I go, why? He goes, well, before I'm a big executive at this company, I was homeless on someone's couch, and it was a hard life. So he was a relatable song,
Right.
Not too Christian, but relatable.
Well, sometimes the music doesn't have to be quote unquote Christian, but relatable in the message, and it's what you're saying.
Right.
What you're saying in it, because we all have mundane everyday lives we got to deal with.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but a lot of what you go through in your day doesn't include Jesus on it. When the boss is yelling at you, it's not about Jesus.
Or you get a sharp pain in your back that won't go away.
Yeah. Well, that's because you got stabbed on Hollywood Boulevard, but
yeah.
So who's currently in the lineup of CPR317?
So currently we have me, Jacob Hill, which is on the bass. The original drummer was David Hill, my other son. If you can't find people to be in the band, just have a few kids.
Yeah. That's what I tell some of these bands. And I tell the drummers to look out, because hey, he's popping out a kid. Your days are numbered.
So we were trying out some drummers, and that was a very long, slow process. Right now it looks like Sean Coe will be our drummer, and we've never played together. Actually, we did. We hung out and we played. He came over and we busted out 3 songs. The guy is a rocket. He's just a rocket. So it might add to the sound. But Sean is a neat brother. We met through business, and everything's firing on all the right cylinders. So we're really hoping this will work out. He worked at he took my old position when I left a certain company, and he called me for advice in that territory. And that's how we met, over the phone.
Wow.
And then I found out that he's a Christian. He goes to our associated church. So we're in Huntington Beach, his place, and he's in Huntington Beach, Westminster. And what else we have in common? We live in the same city, Fountain Valley. All these things are just like, what's going on? So I'm really hoping everything's going to work out well, and he'll like us, and we'll like his style, and we could grow with it. So we're about a month out before we actually start. What happened was, when we spoke, he was going in for a shoulder operation. So it put everything on standstill.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at with that. And then the gal that sang on that last song, America Great, Cheyenne. I don't know if you saw the video on YouTube.
I didn't see the video.
Yeah, you can just type in CPR317. The videos will populate.
Great.
Cheyenne is a total blessing. She's actually the worship leader at our church.
See, there it is again, Aaron. Rock and worship. Go
So
hand in hand.
she's my boss. I do the sound there, and so we're really hoping she'll enjoy it. You know, she's sung on a few things and played guitar and just in the studio. So she'll be a nice addition to the band. We used to have another girl, Marissa Gallegos. She's on all of the other videos out there. She's on the Christmas Day one. Marissa is, and Cheyenne's on the America Great.
Cool. I'm going to check those out. I haven't checked them out yet, Aaron.
Yeah. So yeah, Peter 118 influenced me on having a girl singer in the band. So I think that's a nice touch, you know?
Yeah.
Have you heard his?
Well, not a lot of punk bands with women leads on them.
Well, yeah. If you got to do it right, you know, because they, you know, like the Runaways, they didn't have squealy voices, you know?
Right. See, and I never really considered them a punk band. They were just more of a rock band to me.
Yeah, I guess early punk, you know, they were more like Iggy style and crossover. There's a lot of crossover happening at that late 70s time.
Right.
Were you
the attitude was punk?
Were you a fan of Dakota Motor Company?
Okay, hold on. I that band, when you say the name, I'm just like, yes, these guys are awesome. But I can't remember exactly.
Yeah,
you know,
they were like a Christian punk band, you know, maybe rock, but I think they were more punk. And they did they had a hit song called Gray Clouds, but they had a girl singer too, and they were really good. So
yeah, just that name, just in my brain somewhere back there. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but that band, I remember liking them a lot.
Yeah, they did 2 albums and
then nothing.
Then nothing. They just separated. So, you know, again, they probably got real jobs and couldn't do it no more. And that's what happens sometimes.
You know, life gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah. So when can we expect CPR317 on the stage, the live stage?
So once we get Mr. Cohen, probably after a month, we'll book a show, or a month or 2.
Okay,
so,
cool. And
so
they're in California, Dave. So
yeah, so you can.
Yeah, we can maybe hit maybe a show, or if you come to if you definitely come to Northern California, we'll travel and be there for sure.
It's been a while, and since we've been on stage, when the COVID thing happened, I had a subscription over at this place called Love and Laughter Studios. So the album's half finished. The next album is half finished. Some really awesome tracks, because I had the blessing of a time to, even though we only had 4-hour slots, it was once a week. And we were able to learn how to do the studio side of things. And I kind of fell in love with that, producing. So I'm really looking forward. I mean, yeah, I always want to send out I have a complete song with just a drum machine. You know, it's like everything else is on there and it sounded really rocking, right? But so I'm, you know, playing live is part of it. Love touring when we have the time. That was fun.
Well, now they've got some pretty, I'm not even going to get political about it. I'm just being serious. They got some pretty strict restrictions down in your area as far as COVID goes.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So
yeah,
is that gonna hinder you from getting out and playing?
I don't think so. I think that, you know, as these weird things come, we try to work around it if we can. I mean, my territory is LA for my work. So I do have to wear a mask when I walk into a business at this time. When the interview comes out, it's probably going to be, who knows, you know?
Hey, it changes from day to day.
If you're listening to this 10 years from now, the world is over. No.
Yeah.
So basically, but you know, but in Orange County, it's not so. It's more conservative.
Right.
And so they don't require a mask. You get people that volunteer, they want to wear a mask. I don't know why you want to go jogging with a mask on with no one around you, but that's their choice. So, but in Orange County, it's not that way right now. And I think if you know, I got a great idea. So let's say we play a show in LA, right?
Mhm.
and we're on stage. Well, I think by law right now, if you're eating, you could take off your mask. So while I'm playing, I'll just have a burrito with me and just keep eating it.
Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. See, oh yeah, I'm gonna go there. These are my jokes. COVID is the smartest, craftiest virus ever known to man because it knows what time it is, where you are, if you're eating or drinking. It doesn't go into certain crowds, but it will go into other crowds. Yeah, it's really smart.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a whole thing is a tough thing because it's bringing so much division.
It really is. I have a whole thing I want to go off on about that, and I don't know if we're going to fit it into this show or the next show, but yeah.
Sometimes the people that we think are stupid, excuse the term, because we're not supposed to say that, are not too intelligent. They're actually really strategically planning something out there.
they're
pretty
crafty.
Smart.
See,
crafty,
I picked up that word from Joe Rogan, crafty, and that's a great word to describe what the people you're talking about. They're just crafty.
Yeah,
it's not that they're intelligent or not intelligent. They're just crafty. So
yeah, I don't want to go there, but you got me going.
We just in the past month we went to a festival with 40,000 people.
Yeah,
and
maybe saw one or two masks.
Yeah, that there was a lot of masks there.
Yeah,
and it was outdoors, and they did ask for the test before you went in, or if you had been vaccinated. But most people got along, and we were, some shows I was right up to next to somebody else, and everybody seemed to have a good time.
Yeah,
and wanted to get back to watching live music, and it was a lot of fun. So
of course, it's like my 6-year-old grandson is living with us now, and he goes to the school over here, and the same news that will say, okay, this sports game, they show the whole stadium, no one with masks on, right? Yelling and screaming, ah! And then the next segment on the news, you'll see, oh, the kindergartners with their mask on.
Everybody get them shots quick.
Wait a minute. And who's the one that doesn't spread it? The kindergartners don't spread it. It's the adults. So it's what do they call that? Like the mask that has two masks on it. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
But again, Dave, you're right. That COVID, it's smart.
It is a crafty, intelligent virus.
So, hey, thank you, Greg, for coming on the show today.
Yeah, Greg, thank you for coming on. Now, where can everybody find you? You're on all the socials?
Yeah, I would start. Yeah, okay. So Jet Wilson, CPR Jet Wilson. I think I'm on Instagram, Instascam, and then on Flashbook, Facebook.
Oh, I never heard that. Oh, that is so good.
I think CPR or Jet Wilson. Jet Wilson will find me. Jet Jet Wilson. And I like YouTube. I think YouTube's going to stand the test of time. Maybe the audio quality might not be as good as Spotify, but on YouTube, CPR317, one word.
Cool.
That would be a good site. Also, I've done some interviews in the past, and you find a lot of our stuff on Blast TV channel on YouTube.
Blast.
BLAST.
Oh, that's the channel on YouTube.
Yeah, I've done a lot of interviews with secular and Christian bands, and I think we have a few cool videos out there. You'll find probably more on Blast of us than maybe about the same. And I'm hoping to change all that. But see, on YouTube, you'll find some fun videos.
CPR317.
Yeah, 317 or 317.
Yeah. And if you're listening or watching, if you're on Spotify, it's or Apple, it's CPR in the Business or CPR Live at Fusion is the two albums on Apple and Spotify. So there's a lot.
Yeah,
of
I don't know why our new album's not out on there. I don't know why. It's a great album. It's kind of evolving.
That Live Fusion album is pretty good.
It's CPR Turn It Up.
Turn It Up is
there. Look, he's got it right there.
Turn It Up is not on there, huh?
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. Well, we can see the corner now.
Oops. Okay.
There you go. There you are. Look at that. All right. So you got the live fusion in the business.
And turn it up.
And turn it up.
3 song.
And I
EP.
see, and those are the back sides of those CDs. I get it.
Yeah.
Got it. Awesome.
There we are, the original band right there.
The true punks, Aaron.
No.
Greg, thanks for coming on. If you go check out CPR317, make sure you hit the like and share and follow button, because all that helps. And Greg, I appreciate you spending some time with us.
Yeah, nice meeting you guys, and wish your program well.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll co-op in the future.
Yeah,
there's no doubt that if you come to Northern California, we're going to be
well, the next time I'm down in SoCal, I'll hit you up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you guys ever see the Joshua Fest up there?
Yeah.
Or is that too far up there?
No, we've been there 3 times.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Nice.
They haven't done it
for
the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We need another festival like it. We need a Thumper Punk festival. That's what we need.
That's it.
Talk to the guys over at Thumper Punk.
Let's plan it.
Yeah.
I'll help out. I'll bring the porta potties.
I want to MC.
There it
All
is.
right. Thanks, Greg.
All right, guys. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Bye-bye.
It's the Rock Salt Musecast experience with Aaron and Dave. All right.